So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L. I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. So listen, man, the next video is 5 scary images, videos, and creepy encounters sent in by viewers, right? So earlier this week, I forgot to tell y'all about this though, man. Earlier this week, we coming back home, me, Queen, and my youngest son, we coming back home, right? And we pull into the neighborhood, whip into the neighborhood, driving down the little roadway, and we see caution tape like outlined all around this townhouse. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? So as we coming in, we met at the door with Queen's brother. He was here. So he was like, y'all ain't, and he used to be a police officer, so he be up on what's going on. So he was like, y'all seen the caution tape? It's like, yeah. It's like, it's a body over there. I'm like, huh? Are we talking murder or are we talking murder? Those are the only things I'm worried about right now. That's something I need to know, right? And come to find, he still ain't got back to me on that. I need to find that out though. It was just crazy caution tape everywhere. Y'all know how I get. I watch so many of these cases. Like I feel like I could go over there and help with the investigation. That's all I'm saying. I feel like I'm not qualified, but I'm qualified at the same time by proxy. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, we're gonna check this video out. That's what we gonna do. That's what we finna do. Check this video out. If you new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Join the fam. Blood in, blood out. So once you win, you win. All right? And join us for a little bit of a moment of silence for these haters. That's enough. Now run the likes up, baby. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Leave a comment. Uh-oh.
This is our first in a series of viewer submission horror stories that we will be featuring throughout Creepy Marathon Month. We love these because they are original and real experiences. Obviously, we can only go on what we are told about the incidents, and we leave it up to you to decide what is really going on. So, as always, hit those lights, sit back, and enjoy 5 viewer submission horror stories, photos, and videos. Totally real films. This first one kind of resonates with us, as we had a similar experience at Longleat House many years ago that we featured in one of our first Top 5s videos. So when this story was sent in by a viewer, we knew we had to feature it. At their request, we will refer to them as A. A was visiting their grandparents with a friend, the house of which is an extremely old manor house built in 1605. Their friend was interested in the history of the building, so A gave them a quick tour of the house. As A was showing him the old dining room, his friend suddenly became unnerved by an oil painting hanging on the wall, claiming the woman's face in the painting had changed ever so slightly and that her eyes were following him wherever he stood. Now we know some paintings are intended to give this effect, but this wasn't one of them. He decided to take out his phone and take a picture of the painting when this happened.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wait, even if I start up.
Not shaking it in any way, you can see that it's doing it by itself. This is actually crazy. Wait, turn it away from her.
That is more or less what our phone did at Longleat House all those years ago.
Watch. And if there's probably apps already out there, but you'll start seeing that come to like app stores where, you know, all those devices that people buy. Hold on, let me mute this real quick. Y'all know all those devices that people use in the videos we be watching to either communicate or detect, you know what I'm saying, ghost presence. Watch. That type of stuff will be found in app stores and different places like that if they're not already there now. I wouldn't be surprised if they're already there now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know because I haven't went looking for them, but seeing this just made me think of, you know, the power of these new phones and the different things they can do. Watch. That's going to be something coming soon, or if not already there.
You can clearly see that he has not interfered with the phone or shaking it in any way. And when they leave the room and is not focused on the painting, the glitch stops. When they opened the photo app on the phone, it showed no recent activity or pictures taken, which is strange because you can see the phone is recording in the video. Later, A told their grandfather about the mysterious incident, and his response shocked them both. Apparently, it was not the first time this had happened. Several other strange experiences had occurred near this particular painting. Sometimes people hear breathing and a woman's voice talking in the room, or items placed on the table underneath her will go missing. And most of the visitors who have been left alone in that room have claimed a feeling as if they are being watched. A said that their grandfather is often very skeptical about the paranormal and will make jokes about ghosts and aliens, but when he told them about this, he was deadly serious. What do you make of it?
I make that they should take that painting off the wall and then open that wall up to see if there's something inside of there, maybe a subfloor, something's going on up under it, somewhere maybe above it. Like, I'd be searching high and low to try to figure out what could be. Maybe it's some type of item that's giving off a paranormal presence, or it turned into a possession or some type of something, man. I would be looking.
Harrison Hunt. This next photograph was sent in by Harrison, and it was taken at a haunted location we've previously featured in a video, Mainly Quarantine Station in Sydney, Australia. Before we share Harrison's story, we'll give you a brief history about the place. Mainly Quarantine Station is believed to be one of the top 10 most haunted places in the world. It was set up in 1833 as a vital safeguard to prevent immigrants arriving in Australia from spreading diseases to the main settlement in the city. On the whole, it was a success and did prevent the spread of infections such as the bubonic plague, smallpox, cholera, tuberculosis, typhoid fever, and Spanish influenza. However, a lot of immigrants who did arrive in Australia infected never made it any further than the quarantine station. And official figures show that almost 600 people died there between the 1830s and its closure in the 1980s. As you would expect with that many deaths, some of their souls linger. Over the years, visitors and employees have reported hundreds of spirit encounters, varying from apparitions, people suddenly feeling nauseated and unwell, to objects being moved without any explanation. A few visitors have even fled the grounds after an unpleasant experience with an entity. Resident ghosts include a small playful Jewish boy, a strict hospital matron, and a charismatic Chinese fisherman. However, the one we are going to focus on is a nurse called Annie Egan, who nursed returning soldiers from the First World War at the station. Sadly, at the age of just 27, Annie contracted influenza from one of her patients, and as she lay dying, Annie made repeated requests for a Roman Catholic priest to administer the last rites, but these were denied by authorities, and she died on the 3rd of December 1913, without ever having her final wish granted. Annie's final resting place can still be visited in Quarantine Station's only surviving cemetery, and it's said she haunts the building where she met her death. She's been spotted around the building in her nurse uniform, and several visitors have felt her presence and smelled a sweet perfume. Nowadays, the building is a luxury hotel resort, as well as a heritage-listed tourist centre, and it was during a wedding of family friends at the resort that the photo Harrison sent in came from. Take a look. Apparently the person, who appears to be a period nurse, appeared in one of the wedding photographs. She is not a staff member and does not appear in any other shots taken that day. There was no one at the wedding dressed like that, and to add to the mystery, Harrison said the room where the photo was taken used to be one of the wards Annie worked on.
She's still working. She had on her work clothes and everything.
Jamie Wilburn. Jamie sent this video in, and it's also been discussed on Reddit. The video was taken back in 2013 or 14, when Jamie was home from college for summer. The house she lived in with her family was in Levettsville, Virginia, an area that has a reputation for being haunted. The house had always had an eerie feeling to it, and the family started experiencing weird activity shortly after they moved in. They'd see shadows in the corners of their eyes, hear noises of people walking around upstairs when no one was there, as well as their dogs barking and growling, or staring at random empty spaces for no apparent reason. In this video, Jamie manages to capture one of these odd experiences on her phone. At the time, Janie was on her laptop in bed with her dog and cat. They were both staring at the door for what felt like a long time, so Jamie pulled out her phone and started to record them, mainly so she could make fun of them for acting weird and show it to her friends. But take a look at what happened next.
So Mocha has been staring at the door. So does Tilly. It's kind of creeping me out. What the fuck? Moving. Tilly's running away. Hello? Hello? I know it's dark, but
Jamie assures us that there were no windows open and no drafts. Doors opening on their own was a common thing in the house, and she just happened to film it on this occasion. Jamie believes whoever was present in the house was friendly and the family never felt threatened. This might explain
That cat gave her a straight up F you, I'm out. Like, nah, y'all stay here and figure this out. F you, I'm out.
why Jamie was so calm. What do you make of this one?
I don't know if I dive too deep into that. I mean, I don't know if it's the draft through the house that causes it sometime, but if I don't close this door over here to the right of me all the way, it'll open up and just creak open. That and open on up. Now, if I'm sitting down here talking to Queen, she'll get up and leave. Just like that cat did. She'll get up and be like, I'm out. That's it. But it happens, so I guess, I don't know, I'm numb to it a little bit.
Paul Jenkins. This next one was sent in by Paul. In May 2018, he moved with his family to a house in Skelton in Cleveland in the UK. At first, nothing out of the ordinary happened, but after the birth of his daughter in early 2019, strange things started to occur that seemed to focus on his daughter's bedroom, the hallway, and his bedroom. They started hearing.
Do y'all notice it always go after, like, the kids? Why does it always possess or go at? I'm not saying this is leading to a possession, but they always seek out the children. It's weird.
Footsteps during the night coming from the hallway that initially they thought were their children, but after checking they found them asleep. Paul has also heard his name being whispered when no other family members are around, as well as frequent unexplained bangs and floorboards squeaking. Both Paul and his wife have been awoken after a sense of being touched on their arms, and Paul's wife has also seen the apparition of an old lady in their bedroom. More recently, Paul's younger daughter seems to be sensing something, and she's been sitting up and pointing towards the corner of her room, sometimes screaming and other times actually chatting. So it wasn't a massive shock when something came up on a recording Paul captured of his daughter playing in her bedroom. Listen carefully. The water sound you can hear is Paul's other son splashing in the bath. We heard a voice saying either walk by me or walk right in. Paul said that neither of his children or himself heard anything during the recording, and only heard the voice when they played it back. In a second video Paul recorded.
No, I gotta hear that again. Don't go to the second video just yet. I gotta hear that again.
We heard a voice saying either. We heard a voice saying.
Bro, that That sounded very loud. Like, they didn't hear that?
Either walk by me or walk right in. Paul said that neither of his children or himself heard anything during the recording, and only heard the voice when they played it back. In a second video Paul recorded, a nightlight can be seen randomly flickering during the day. This clip was filmed in the same room. It's worth noting that the nightlight should only come on when it's dark, and has never malfunctioned before or since. Also, if you look closely, you can see an orb fly out from the light source. Take a look. Simon Wright. Simon sent this one in, although the footage was sent to him by his brother. His brother lives in Nottingley, near Pontefract, West Yorkshire, with his wife and 2 children. And on the evening of the 12th of February 2020, Simon received a message from his brother and sister-in-law in regards to something very strange that they had caught on their baby camera of their year-old daughter. Earlier in the evening, Simon's sister-in-law noticed her daughter was awake and talking a lot, so she opened the baby cam to take a look and was shocked to have captured this.
See, that's confirmation right there, man. When y'all be hearing the baby in the other room and he be laughing and cooing and playing, and you be like, what is they in there doing? But you scared to go in there because you don't want to interrupt them. You don't want them keep them. You want them to eventually go to sleep. You don't want them to start crying. So you just sit there and monitor and listen. And a lot of people be like, oh, he playing with his grandma that might have passed away, or he's playing with such and such, or she's playing with such and such. But this is the confirmation right here, bro. They really do be sitting there playing with somebody.
They go in.
After viewing the strange anomaly, Simon's brother went to his daughter's room to check she was okay and inspect the camera for dust or any other material that might be making this illusion, but he found nothing. After he left the room, the entity returned, which makes Simon think it can only be viewed through infrared, which the camera mode was in. It's worth pointing out that there was no light source in the room, and the window was completely covered by a blackout blind. The recording has been captured directly off the monitor, as the actual baby camera has no recording facility. So what do you think this was? Our first thoughts are it's an insect of some kind or dust, although why would it appear again after the camera was checked and wiped over? Simon thinks it could be a signal bleed, which the make and model of camera is prone to, but this doesn't rule out the photos, which are stills from the video. Although the
I'm sorry, the top of that thing looked like it was a head on a body. So I see something different. It could be a glitch in the system. I'm never ruling that out. But if we thinking like what we thinking, then for me, it had the silhouette of an actual body. Maybe a shorter person, or maybe, you know what I mean? That's what made me think it's like an elderly person or somebody.
house it was captured in is a new build. The area that it is located in is steeped in history, and nearby Pontefract Castle is known for its hauntings, although this particular entity hasn't been seen since. So what's your thoughts? Dust, insect, or something altogether more unexplained? What do you think?
Something altogether, whatever he said, unexplained. That's what I'm thinking.
So that's...
Yeah, so that's the end of the video, but yeah. If you have had, or you currently have, like, infant children, when you hear him in the next room, like, a lot of people be like, oh, that's him in there playing with his grandma, and his grandma's done passed away. So, you know, that could lead to, like, some solid, maybe not all the way solid, but it kind of lends to credence to that, man. Just saying. Think about it. Think about it. That's all I'm saying. And monitor your kids. And get you one of those camera monitors. If you don't have one for your kid room, it's good. You know what I mean? We've all seen those instances where people woke up, looked at the monitors, and it was an actual real person sitting in their kid's room. So those things are a good investment, man. You know what I mean? So y'all get at me in the comment section, though. Let me know what you think. And stick around and stay tuned, man. Until the next reaction, I'm gone. Peace, y'all. Stay solid. Ayy.